Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. It's your girl once again, Chamaka. Okay, but now I know I've been missing in action, yeah. But anyway, today's video we're going to talk about unrealistic beauty standards. Now, if this is your first time coming onto my channel, please do not make it your last by clicking on the subscribe button. But if you are already subscribed, what's up and how far? All right, unrealistic beauty standards. Have you ever wondered why you think people are actually pretty? Why is that guy? Like, why are you attracted to that guy? Broad chest, chiseled chin, mustache, like something. Now, I'm not against everybody having their own standards. I'm talking about the unrealistic beauty standards where brown eyes isn't exactly the thing. You want it to be this exquisite brown, blue eyes, chiseled cheeks, pointed nose, small lips or fuller lips. They'll define cheekbones, cat eyes, tiny waistline, Coca-Cola bottle, big butt, full breast, that kind of stuff. Have you ever wondered why those are the kind of thing? Like, it seems to be like the beauty standards we celebrate right now unrealistic and, frankly speaking, quite unattainable. The worst part is the thigh gap that people expect people to have. That's the space between your thighs, and then flat stomach. Like, even some slim people don't have flat stomach. Like, but it's just that thing within the space that everybody's expected to have, right? That is the standard we've set for ourselves. For a guy, you should be tall, you should be dark, tall, and handsome. Have for ladies, long legs, put on a frontal, be a size 8 or a size 10. A 6 is too slim, 8 is perfect, 10 is beginning to cross border. Like, who created all of these? Aren't you tired? And the worst part is this is being perpetrated or pushed by celebrities online. Like, social media is that space that is pushing some of these ideologies, and we're just buying it, sipping into it, right? So I'm going to talk about some beauty standards that I think so it's a personal opinion, they're quite unrealistic, right? And first on my list is a perfect skin. Like, something flawless and perfect, clean, clear, and smooth. How possible is it for you to have a clean, clear, smooth skin 365 days a year? I don't know, but how possible is it? All right, you're a young girl, you're a young guy, you're working, you're doing stuff, like your income does not permit that kind of maintenance, because even people who do these things, even skincare enthusiasts, people who do these reviews of products and all that, once in a while they have a pimple here or a pimple there. I'm not saying skincare is bad. I'm saying that social media has set the standard that acne is now such a terrible thing. I'm not talking about people who have really, really bad acne and trying to treat it. I'm talking about you and I who have one or two, and sometimes you see people apologize for the pimple or the acne they have. Like, hello, like, acne is something people suffer from. It could be hormonal, right? For so many reasons. Hormonal, it could be reaction, allergies, it could be a lot of things, right? So it's not just something that you want to attain, you want to clear off 365 days a year. Like, if you're in that group, I think it's something you should try to wiggle your way out. So the focus should be on a healthy skin, right? On a healthy skin and not on a perfect one. Acne, pimple, discolorations, and all of that as things that people experience day in, day out. People try to manage day in, day out, but do not think that it's not about perfection. It's about a healthy skin. So you could have a skin, people have skin that's smooth, but they don't have that healthy whole skin. So it's for you to be, don't focus on such a perfect skin. That's the basic thing, right? Trying to use all the products in the world, spending all your money because you want to look like that particular celebrity. Guy, babes, calm down, hold up. Acne or pimple is normal. A certain discolorations are also normal. If you're so interested and you want to seek help, go see a dermatologist. Yeah, like you should understand that what you see today is very unrealistic. People edit a ton and a heck out of their pictures, right? That's my point. That picture that is seemingly so perfect on the internet is because they've gone online, face app, this app, they've taken out that pimple, they've smoothened it. Do you realize that people have skin issues, spots on their skin? I do have a lot of spots on my skin. I wasn't so comfortable until a few years ago, and I'm like I wear my short dresses if need be. I wear my shorts. I wear whatever I want to wear with my sports, and I'm bouncing into the skin, into the street, because why? I'm not aiming for perfection. If it goes, if it doesn't go, but I'm not haunted by it. That's the point. I'm not haunted by it. So let it not look as if I'm just saying it. I have spots on my skin. I've always had it, and it always made me uncomfortable at some point. But then I found myself, and I'm like, it's not it's not for perfection, right? Try to treat it. If it's not, like, just try to treat it and kind of try to be comfortable in your own skin. Do you realize that a lot of people suffer with identity issues because of social media, which is due to this unrealistic beauty standards, right? There was this issue of Snapchat dysphoria, right, where a lot of people wanted to look like the filters that they were using. Now tell me, is that not a big problem, where you're trying to look like a filter? So being desperate to look like a filter version of yourself means that you're going to go through surgeries, like, so show the surgeon this. I'm like, I want to look like this. That is a serious issue that we shouldn't joke with. That's even on a different level. Like, yo, that's on a different scale. Like, now the next one is the perfect body, the banging body, right? The flat tummy curves, this that. If you're not an 8, maybe you're a bit too slim, you don't have that button of that. If you're a 10, you're almost exceeding. Please be a small 8, not even a big 8. Are you whining me? Whatever size you are, you're perfect. I know when I say this, people are like, you won't understand because you're slim, you've always been slim. But I'm a slim person who has moved various sizes, and right now I am a 10, not a very comfortable, not like a big 10, but I am a 10, right? I shuffle between an 8 and a 10. And I'm saying this because I see it. This is one thing I see a lot. Oh, my butt isn't big enough, this isn't big. So it says 6 is too small, 10 is too big. So you kill yourself on the filter to edit your pictures. Yo, stop. Stop. I think this is a beauty standard that needs to change. Like, we need to be really, really careful about that, and really, really conscious about that. And then there's the issue of, if you're an 8, a straight 8 isn't good enough. You've got to be curvy, the boobs, the ass, the small waist, right? I don't understand who created all of these. Where are you guys seeing it? Come to think, like, it's mainly social media, right? We are struggling so hard to be like celebrities, to be like people who have gone through several versions of surgery, such that at a point everybody begins to look alike. For guys, you have to be 5'9", 6, broad shoulders, muscles. Why do you have to be perfect? Well, like, why do we all have to be perfect? Imagine if all of us look the same way. Wouldn't there be a problem? All right, I think there's uniqueness in our diversity. The slim, the big girls, the thick girls, the fat girls, the different shapes. I know that there are different shapes generally, right? Diamond, this, that. I know there are different body types and body shapes. Like, so while we're striving for perfection so much that everybody needs to be a certain body type, body shape, body. I think that's the problem we need to look into. The worst thing is that I think fashion designers are also not helping. Like every dress you buy on certain websites are already created with that shape, with a certain size in mind. Like, yo, we are all not the same sizes. We are all unique. I don't want to mention brands, but I know that we all know brands that do this. Like, the fact that dresses are created to fit a certain shape, I don't think that's fair. The big girls have issues picking out their size. Those who are really small have issues getting their size. Those who are even in the size that is being created have issues fitting into that particular shape. What it does that they may not know is that it gives that illusion of, or mentally it changes that perception that you need to be a certain way, you need to have a certain shape for you to be beautiful. That way, whether it's a conscious thing or it's a subconscious thing, they are setting a beauty standard for the generation. So you have to look like this is how you have to look. And yeah, a lot of people, the celebrities look like that, so automatically they think, oh, this is the standard, this is how I have to look, I have to adjust this, change this, do that. And at the end of the day, they use filters, go for surgeries. Believe me, I am not against, get me right, I am not against filters, right? I just think that there should be a limited use. As in when you're using it, it should be as limited as possible, and do not let it set your standard. That's even the thing, right? It's crazy when you begin to let filters set your standard. Like you take a picture and it filters you, gives you that shape, and all of a sudden you're living in that illusion. You can't post a picture because you can't post a picture with your natural body because you're not looking as the filter has set you to look. You have to have that filter on or that filter that give you chiseled face. Nah, I think you should. What I think this does is it starts making you save, right? You start saving, you start starving, unhealthy eating habits, right? Start skipping meals, start starving. All right, you're not going to the gym to kind of work out, but you're starving, you're skipping meals because you want to look a certain kind of way. Let me tell you, the only thing you are saving for is for troubles. Yeah, I said it. That's the only thing you're saving. You're saving for troubles. This one is not for rainy day. You're setting yourself up for so many troubles health wise. Now this one aches me. Like, I would never, or I'm here. You know what? You guys should tell me in the comment section, what's that beauty standard you see on social media and you're like, guys, when did we get here now? Like, how far? Because this one itches me, and like, I don't understand. It's shaving of body hairs. Why? Like, why? I thought body hairs were for protection. At least that's what we were taught, right? They trap dirt, they do this, they do that. Somebody please help me in the comment section. Is that not the reason why we have body hairs? I am not talking about your pubic hairs. I'm talking about people who shave their facial hairs. Like my skin, like this, I would come and I would shave my hairs. My legs, I would shave my hairs. Are you whining me? Like, what exactly is the reason? And because of the way that thing is that when you do it once, you want to do it again. So people go as far as waxing their body. Hey, Jesus. And if those people touch you when they've not shaved their body, you feel a certain type of way. Like, I do not understand. If you're amongst those that shave their body hair, right, I can understand why you continue, because it's uncomfortable when you touch people. What I want to understand, and I don't know if maybe probably after a while it normalizes, I have no idea. What I want to understand is, why did you do it in the first place? I think that's where we should start, because that part I don't understand. Like, why did you do it in the first place? What was the reason? Were you too hairy? Was it just because sometimes I kind of feel like it's social media pressure, but I don't want to judge you. I want to understand why there was a need for you to like shave your body hair. If it's a medical reason, you could just say medical. I don't know what medical reason would require. I see makeup artists do it a lot to people, their facial hairs, and I'm like, yo, guys, what's going on? Like, you shave the hair and you want, because you want to apply makeup. I'm not talking of people that maybe have beards and want to shave. I'm talking about facial hair. They shave it before they put on makeup. I want to understand what's the extra thing it does. That you shave it immediately and you apply makeup on it. All right, let me know in the comment section. So facial hair, legs, hands. Please excuse me, the way guys are hairy, have you seen a guy shave off his body hair? Why is it a thing with ladies? I'm like, it scatter my head because I don't understand. That's why I'm like I don't understand. I can't even explain it, right? Because I don't know. So I don't understand, because I have not seen a guy like wax his body hair, like take it off, right? I've not seen a guy actually take off body hair. Correct me if I'm wrong, or point me to an example if I'm wrong, but I haven't seen. It's possible there's someone out there, but I've not seen. So why would guys take off their body hair, will keep their body hair, but ladies are taking off their body hair? Like, what's it supposed to do? For makeup, for eyebrows, I understand that, oh, you shave it off and you draw it, which is a crazy thing, but we all do. You shave it off and you draw it. But for other things, for the body hair, the hand, the legs, like when you shave it off, what does it do? What's the benefit, right? I just want to know. I understand those with hormones that need to shave, maybe beards and all of that. That's kind of understandable. But for the others, another one is youthful appearance. I know social media pushes this a lot. It's okay to take care of your skin so that in old age you look good and that. But remember that old age is old age. You would still age. All right. But now you see a lot of people against, like, it have, I don't know, would I say have a thing against, or trying to stay away from, like, there are certain old age characteristics that you can work on so that it's not extreme. When I say work on, maybe try to, there's a difference between those who maintain their skin and those who do not, and all of that. I'm talking of things like wrinkles, right? I don't understand why it's such an issue to some people, like, want to remain the same way we were from time immemorial. It's not possible. We aren't the same way. You are not the same way you were when you were a baby. When you were 18 and now you're 25, you're not exactly the same thing. If you put both your pictures side by side, you're not the same. I understand the thing of some people aging backwards, but even with people who age backwards, for some of them you can still tell based on their bone structure in their face. You can tell based on wrinkles. You can tell there are certain things that just make you identify that, oh, this person is actually older than this person. All right, I'm not saying, it's not about those who look extremely, it's not about looking worn out in your old age. It's about the fact that as you age, there are certain things that are expected. So why are you running away from it? You want a smooth skin, slim figure, lack of wrinkles and fallen boobs, and because of that you're doing what's it called, surgeries upon surgeries upon surgeries. How many surgeries would you have to keep up? How many surgeries would you have to keep up? The ideal thing would be to work out so that you're still kind of healthy during your old age. But if you have to succumb to surgeries, like, how many would you do over time, right? Say you're 30, you look 30 and you decide that, oh no, I don't want to look this way, and then you start your surgery process. At 40, what would you do? At 50, what would you do? We pray for long life and prosperity. So now you are growing old and you're prospering. So are you saying that you're going to keep doing it till you're 100? Well, if that's you, okay. But I think there's this appreciation, there's this thing about being there's this thing about old age. So I think it's something we should appreciate. It doesn't mean that you should look worn out, but I'm just saying certain characteristics are things we should appreciate. There's a lack of appreciation for the natural aging process, and I think it's something we should appreciate. And half of this reason why we do not appreciate these things has to do with social media, because we see a lot of older people, we see a lot of people we've grown up watching, and they are 30, they're still looking like they're 12. Why? Because they've done a lot of surgery. That was an exaggeration, but yeah, they've done a lot of surgery that they don't look their age. And at some point, it's just, even you yourself, you're looking at them and you're like, what the heck is going on? What if there's a anyway, the last but not the least is makeup perfection. There's an issue where people cannot go out with people cannot go out without makeup. I think that's an issue. That's an identity issue. That's something we should look into as individuals. Like, be self-conscious. And this, I like to refer to it as the IG way. Everybody on IG is looking this way. You can't come, like, do you realize that ladies that can't come down from their houses to buy something across the street without makeup, or they want to put on a face cap, they want to hide, not because they don't look presentable, but because they feel that now they don't look presentable. And truth be told, a lot of people, I know people who have applied makeup so much that they look a certain kind of way when you see them without makeup. Like, they look weird. Why? Because every time you've seen them, they're on makeup. Makeup is not a bad thing, but I'm referring to bodies that do full face makeup. I'm talking about concealing, highlighting, contouring, the blushing and all of that. There's a difference between doing just your normal makeup, and there's a difference between wearing a full face every single day. You wake up in the morning a full face, you go out, you come back late in the evening, you still put it on in case you have to go out, and then maybe at night you take it off and then you sleep, then rinse repeat the next day. Like all through the year you're putting on makeup, not makeup, full blown makeup. Therein lies the problem. So that feeling of inadequacy, that feeling of I'm not good enough, like, except you put on a full face for 24 hours 7 days a week, I think there's an issue somewhere there. You should check it. I'm not against makeup, like I said. I'm even making this video with makeup. I'm not against makeup. I'm just against those who can do without it, those who cannot. Probably people think you're not beautiful because you're not on makeup. I think that's a standard that social media has set, and I know people are beginning to change this, and I tend to appreciate either ways. Yeah, I think that's such a good thing. But for you personally, so it's not even about others, for you personally, I think you should watch it. Try to be more comfortable in your own skin. So to wrap up, yeah, there's uniqueness in diversity, and understand that what you see on social media is not real. I would keep drumming this. What you see on social media, absolutely not real. In no single way is that real. A lot of people live fake life on social media. It is not a representative or a representation of real life. Half of the things they do there, it's not real, right? And these things are damaging to your self-esteem. As much as possible, you want to be that person that is unique, comfortable in your own skin, and not being pushed, because social media standards keeps changing every day. What if you make your nose pointed and tomorrow pointed nose is no longer the real thing? What do you do? Or you do, like, what if you come up with this kind of banging body, and that banging body, those features are no longer what is in vogue, something new has erupted? What do you do? Right? So there are a lot of what do you do, right? That's what I'm saying. They do not make social media your standard. Be comfortable in your own skin, because these standards would continue to change. Once upon a time, people who were very bigger girls, thicker girls were social media standards. Now it's slimmer girls. Tomorrow it's going to be a certain kind of girls. What do? Will you keep changing yourself all the way? Light skin used to be a thing. Now is chocolate girls. Tomorrow is very dark girls. Social media standards keeps changing. Is a trend. Social media standard is a trend on its own, and you cannot follow the trend since the kingdom came and went, right? It will keep changing, so you just have to be comfortable in your own skin. Now that's the end of this video. Please let me know in the comment section what you think, and how has social media standard affected you. For me, I would say there was a time I really wanted a perfect skin, and it was a social media thing. So let me know how it has affected you in the comment section. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Of course, my name is Chamaka, signing out.